Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. You're listening to the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
The guy who's enjoying you guys enjoy the song too much.
Hey Corey, why don't you tell us about 2920 Collision? Car crash. Corey's dancing in the streets.
I feels it.
You should visit our friends at 2920 Collision in Spring. Off 2920 is where it is.
That's right.
They put Corey's car back together. The Avenger was disassembled, and they fixed it for him.
That's right. They got a 24-hour helpline on their website, 2920 Collision. Just Google them. Their very first website that comes up. They do quality work. They work with all the insurance companies.
If you listen to our show Friday, we gave you that phone number, so go back and check that podcast out. So with that being said, we're letting Colt have his day in the sun as Corey dances off into the sunset. Something that he's been wanting to talk about all night besides politics. Take it away. What is it?
So, all right. So recently, I got a hankering to go back and play this old Xbox game called Metal Arms Glitch in the System.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. No, not very many people did, which is why it didn't do very well. But so it's a third-person shooter that came out in 2003. It's,
Okay.
yeah, pretty good. So I remember playing it when I was a kid, and for the longest time, it's been in my top 5. And so I went out and went to play it, and then I realize like this game is really not as good as I remember it to be. Like when you hear that a game is 40 levels long, what comes to your head?
Too much time for me.
I mean, if I like the game, that's fantastic.
I know, I thought so too, and
Right.
when I was 15, and mind you, this came out in 2003, so what the game you got was the game you got. There's no
Right.
DLC, there's no updates. That's it.
Yep.
So I could see it being really good and having 40 levels, but I'm going back and replaying them, and there's a lot of filler in them.
So DLG, with that being said, what's something that you remember you really enjoyed as a kid, and as an adult you tried to go back to, and you were just like, can't do it?
For me, the biggest thing is movies.
Yeah.
There's a ton of movies that as a kid I would just remember like being in awe of and really enjoying.
I still enjoy them.
And when I go back to watch them now, so one of them, Masters of the Universe, He-Man.
It's a good one though.
Dolph Lundgren, right?
I still watch that one.
Courtney Cox.
Good stuff.
So
That movie is not good.
it's not good. It's terrible.
Neither one of you are good.
When you go back and watch it now, it's real bad.
It's real bad.
It's real bad.
But I really like to watch it.
But it's like, okay, cheesy, fine, yeah, okay, get down with your bad self. But it's like rough bad, like
Rough shot bad.
like so bad that when someone walks into a room and says, "Let's make another He-Man," someone should immediately have to watch that movie, and then they'd be like, "That's what you want to do? Do you see that?" Like,
We'll make it better.
There's only one way. It has to be better.
It has to be better,
It can't be much worse.
because anything worse than that is colossally worse.
Right. Have you noticed in the award shows season now, the James Franco's dragging like Tommy Wiseau keeps showing up everywhere?
He brings him on stage and won't let him talk.
He answered backstage a question was asked to him by the press. Did you actually intend to have Tommy come up on stage? And he says, no, I did not.
I love James Franco.
But he wasn't gonna like kick him off, and they have the kind of this weird. So I think James Franco's he knows he's stuck with him for now.
He's one of the greatest things about the original Spider-Man trilogy.
He's the only redeeming thing about it.
Whoa, those Spider-Man 1 and 2 are undeniable classics.
So
No, what's deniable is that they should have been made.
So
Someone
over,
should have denied the creation of those two.
So for
The Sam Raimi
Christmas,
ones?
Yeah,
You're insane.
Joey,
both
do you
insane.
like the Spider-Man?
I do.
Really?
I don't like the third one.
The third one's awful.
I like the first two.
The second one is okay. Willem Dafoe is brutally bad in the first one.
Yeah. but
And Tobey
Doc Ock's really
Oh,
Maguire
good.
is a terrible Spider-Man.
Okay, I don't know.
Terrible
He's
Spider-Man.
a really good Peter Parker, though.
Is he?
Yes.
I think Andrew Garfield was a better Peter Parker.
The dude's dorky as all get out. That's what he's
But
supposed
he's not-
to be.
The new guy is perfect.
The new guy is perfect.
He's
I
perfect.
still haven't seen it.
You're an
You
idiot.
do gotta watch that. You do gotta watch that one.
So-
You can't deny though, real quick, that the train scene from Spider-Man 2. Nothing. You can't take that away. You have to say that is good.
But when the people carry him and all that,
No, okay, not where the people carry him. The part where like he almost gets killed, like stopping the train, and then they carry him. They got the mask.
New York and Spider-Man have a history together where there have been moments like that in the comic book where the heroes save Spider-Man because Spider-Man is New York. So that in and of itself isn't terrible. I get what he was doing. Sam Raimi's
just not good.
he's out there a little bit. He likes to use imagery to kind of convey things. And so like that train scene is supposed to represent the relationship between Spider-Man and New York, and I get it, but at the same time, there's a lot about those movies that doesn't make sense. Plus, I just can't stand Tobey Maguire.
But they have James Franco in them, so they're great.
James.
So over Christmas, I purchased on my New Year's Day Dillard's experience. I purchased a Sega Genesis, the thing.
Right.
So for our Nerd Thug roleplay, that's going to be on Kingdom of Geekdom. You can find on your local TV station. We have digital.
We
TV.
went through and we played some games.
So we went through and we played some Sega games.
Yes, we did.
And we had some fun doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
One game that we played all 3 versions of it. And now that I've played it can't stand it. Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
The first one?
The first, second, or third one.
All 3.
What
Played them
about
all.
what? I've never played Mortal Kombat.
The graphics, I mean, besides it just being old and the graphics are bad, but
The graphics don't hold up.
I just remember being a kid and there was the whole finish him thing and it was cool. And I just remember like, man, this fighting game is awesome. And then now that I play it, I'm like, why did I think this was so great? I can only select like 5 characters.
Right. The first one only had like 7 choosable characters.
Like the moves, like I can't even figure out any moves. Like the normal down right, down left, or
the
back and
controllers,
back.
the controllers were wonky.
It's like, what is going on here? Like I did not have a great time.
It wasn't what you remember for sure.
No,
for sure
definitely
it's
not.
Celebration Station.
I love that
It
place.
was so cool. But when I went back, now that it's Zumba,
It's nothing now.
now it's nothing. But for a minute, it was Zumba.
Wasn't there? Oh my god.
Yeah.
What? No, wasn't there like back in the '90s? Wasn't there an arcade in the mall?
Yes, there was.
Yes,
It's
there
called
was.
Tilt.
Mm-hmm. And then it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it was right in the middle of the mall.
I'm tripping for a second now.
that-
I think it was
remember
right by
that's-
the Abercrombie. I think it is Abercrombie and Fitch.
No, it was- it's
down the.
Build-A-Bear
It was
now.
on the. No, it wasn't even that. It was on the bottom floor.
Yeah, it was kind of
If you
towards
go down the
middle
escalator, you go left.
Yeah, that's it, right.
It's
It's
where,
either
like,
right by that Abercrombie and Fitch,
Abercrombie
or it
and
was.
Fitch is like is just right there. Like it's kind of down left towards Dillard's. Like it was kind of where that Brookstone is. And, like,
Yeah,
that
you're right.
Aldo, like, right in that
Yeah,
little
yeah,
area.
yeah.
So anything else that comes to your mind? Things that you enjoyed as a kid, you've tried as an adult.
The middle Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah,
Those don't hold
prequels?
up.
I love.
No,
those.
the original 3.
Oh man, I love those.
They
things.
don't hold up cinematically. Like
There
if you
is-
watch them now,
I love them.
they don't hold up
I
at all.
love them.
I don't
to
know.
death.
I remember like we used to go on trips and we'd binge watch a series, and so it would be like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. So we did Star Wars, so we watch them chronologically. So mind you, this is like 2005 or 2006, so they're still like the prequels still kind of held up graphically. So you go from like cutting edge
Technology,
CGI stuff,
yeah.
and then Dark Age 70s.
Right. Like
I love the original trilogy. I love everything Star Wars. I'm wearing Star Wars shoes right now.
you are, and I, I love the universe, and I'm not as big a fan of the
Imperialist
movies.
sympathizer.
You are an imperial sympathizer, but they just
Clones have feelings too.
cinematic. It just doesn't hold up on screen.
You know what? I go back and I try to watch now that I really enjoyed as a kid. That TV show Dinosaurs.
Oh yeah,
Remember that one?
not good.
As a kid, like this is great stuff because it's like that animatronic.
Right.
Whatchamacallit, and I was like, man, this is really cool.
You know those
stuff.
were people in those suits.
Yeah, I know, but it looked like animatronics.
Right.
And now I go back and watch. I was like, this is terrible.
Also, you gotta wonder who approved that.
Yeah, this is garbage.
Expensive, like it's gotta be incredibly expensive to make that show. Also, the last episode when they were canceled, they knew they were never coming back.
Yeah.
It's the extinction event of dinosaurs. So it's the end of the world.
Right.
So it's a sitcom, and the final episode, they know the apocalypse is coming. Literally,
That is
it ends with them huddled
crazy.
together as a family at the dinner table.
Also, the game of chess.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was fascinated by chess.
Now,
Now,
HeroClix.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chess is one of those things where it's like super technical.
You would.
In which, yeah, people are still playing it for centuries.
I saw a really cool thing about how he's a grand chess
Yeah.
super lord, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
And he
Grandmaster?
actually, I don't know. I don't want to get it wrong and call him a wizard and the KKK call. I don't know. Like, so anyway, he's a chess guru and he brought chess to the deep south. It's like Arkansas or Alabama. It was muted, but I was watching. They were running the captions on it. Essentially, he goes to one of the poorest schools in that area, and he's like, "I'm gonna have an afternoon club about chess." And all the parents were like, "Someone's gonna watch my kids in the afternoon? Great." but then all of a sudden they're like competing like
Get
at
good.
state and national championships.
That'd be one of those good like movies.
Yeah,
You know what I
totally.
mean?
Totally like
Can you
finding.
imagine? Also,
With Keanu Reeves.
can you
Yeah,
imagine
of course, gotta have Keanu Reeves.
the super low barrier to entry that it gets in chess? Like, okay, so you think about HeroClix,
Whoa,
Magic the
do you-
Gathering, like, no, because all you need to play chess
Oh, okay.
is the board.
Right.
It's the same piece
So
as
this
it's
guy,
been.
rounded up enough
hundreds
people
of years.
who got excited, and he opened up like a community center.
Chess club?
With chess tables on it, and literally it's got like the board in the table,
What's cool when you see places like in New York and stuff in the parks, they have those tables with the chessboards
just
like
sitting there, and the
Yeah.
people play. It's weird to think those people play for a living.
Meg,
I want
just
to
like pointing at the little
and
king
eventually,
hoping it
I want to
moves.
go and play just one time against
Yeah.
those guys. I've been to Central Park and I've watched them play, and it's intense, and people call next. It's like playing basketball. I want to go just one time.
Next.
and right.
I got next, guys. I
got next.
Here's my $5. I got
Right.
next. You lose in 5 moves.
So I went to a Renaissance Festival many years ago, and there was a guy selling things, and the deal was you could negotiate a crazy good price, but you had to beat him in chess to get the price. So it's like I negotiated for something, and Mom's like, I've never even seen you play chess, and I was like, I've played once or twice, and she was like,
Okay.
all right, let's see what happens.
Okay, Corey.
So you bet the guy $10. So he either makes $10 off of you or the thing. And she was like, all right, let's see what happens here. So I
Use the blitzkrieg method.
I play hyper aggressive in everything I do. You know this about me.
Checkmate.
I actually had him in check on move 3. I pulled a bishop up right away, and he moved that front piece, and then I moved the bishop and I got him in check right away. And so it's like move 3, and I'm like check, and he's all of a sudden he's looking at the
What?
guy at the counter like
This isn't supposed to happen.
right, and then Mom's like and then 9 moves later he beat me. But like
For a moment there, you had him on the ropes.
For a second, I got his attention.
I want to tell you guys, thank you for hanging out with us this Monday on Nerd Thug Radio and Lone Star Community Radio. Podcast is going to drop today or tomorrow. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Till then, we'll see you on Friday. And Corey DLG.
Same Nerd Thug time, same Nerd Thug channel.